What up, internet? How are your faces? Happy UIL area day. For the Houston area specifically, at least I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Yeah, no, we are just trying to get started. We are actually running a little bit behind. Rehearsal doesn't start for like another hour, but the band hall is going to open in just a few minutes because it opens about an hour before rehearsal. And I asked the pits to get there around that time so they could start getting set up like super early or whatever. And I feel bad because I promised them that I would be there when the hall opens. Just, in the interest of fairness, like, if they're gonna be there early, so should I, or whatever. And now here I am, not sticking to my own advice. But whatever. So I'm trying my hardest to, get everything ready and head over there as quick as possible. In fact, I think I just need one last thing. So hang on just 1 second. Boom, ta-da, hype. Yeah, come on, it's UIL day. Of course I'm gonna wear this. Probably not gonna bring any other Arcos clothing like a jacket or whatever because it's apparently, even though it's like cold-ish right now, it's supposed to hit like high 70s, lower 80s, like towards the middle of the day, when we're performing. So that should be fun. That should be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I guess let's get this ball rolling. All right, rehearsal's just about to finish up. We got one more run. Let's see how they do. Run went well. I think we're ready. So now let's enjoy some Chick-fil-A. And let's go. So I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to record because apparently I'm almost out of storage. I should probably catch up with the vlog. But yeah, just wanted to check in and say that I thought the run went very, 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 very well. Yeah, and I really hope we move on. They've earned it. They deserve it. That's where I'm going to leave it. I'll catch him. I will check in with you guys in a little bit once I kind of clear some space. Hopefully I can show you some more from today. Hello. So not only was there not a whole lot of space left on my phone, but my battery actually ended up almost dying by the end of the day. Like, I survived yesterday, like finally being able to go home with 5%, which I consider like a goddamn miracle on my end. So where were we? Oh yes, the last time that we chatted was like right after their performance. We had to wait another like couple of hours really until we heard any news, and we didn't make it. We unfortunately did not make the area finals this year. I could tell a lot of the kids are disappointed because we as instructors kind of told them, like, going off the field, that was one of their best runs of the year. Like that and Tuesday were like the best performances of the show they had given like all year, and like consistently good too. So yeah, they really wanted one more shot. They really wanted to go one more time. But yeah, I don't know what was said to the rest of the band, but I at least sat my kids down. My age out year in 2014, those of you Drum Corps people know this, I was marching with the cadets. We were riding second pretty much all season long, and we were on track to get that until Blue Coats kind of had a bit of a late season like push or whatever. Going into finals, the scores ended up being so close. That was how much they had climbed, that if even like one judge had like flipped over to have them ahead of us, like in a caption, they would have gotten second place and we would have dropped to third. But we were like, whatever.
screw it, let's just go out. Maybe we can convince this judge we're better anyway. So we went out there, and I can't speak for the whole Corps, but me and many other members of the Corps that night gave like perfect runs. And it's literally hard to describe the feeling of knowing that there was nothing else you could have done, like that what you did was as close to perfection as you were like most likely ever going to get. Like I will never forget that night. I will never forget how I felt in that moment. Like I was literally one of those people that like during like the final like hit like Falcor or whatever, I was like screaming and crying because I knew that like we had done our best. There was nothing else we could do. We got third. So yeah, I shared that story with the kids in an effort to kind of, you know, point out to them that numbers and placements don't matter. I don't remember how I felt when we lost second place, like when we dropped a place. I genuinely don't. I remember how I felt leaving that field. And then I reminded them that at least a couple members of the front ensemble, when I asked them how they felt about the run after the fact, one of them had said that was the one. And so I went to my kids at least and was like, remember that feeling, because that's what you'll remember 5 years down the line. Not that you didn't make finals, not that you ended up getting like 13th place, which out of 25 is like nothing to not write home about. Like, come on. You'll remember how good you felt in the moment, and you'll remember the pride of knowing that there was very little else you could have done to make that good. And yeah, so then we end up watching the rest of the night. If there's one thing that I think high schoolers at least like, or like kids in general just need to see, it's other people doing what they're doing, and seeing what's kind of out there, the kind of variety out there. And so I'm really glad that we stayed to watch finals, because there were some really, really, really fantastic groups in that final round. And hopefully seeing all those groups kind of show them what other people their age are doing. That was kind of the key thing to me. It was like, these people are the same as you, like the exact same as you. There's no reason you can't do this. But yeah, so that happened. Went home. Didn't really do anything the rest of the day because I was so exhausted. I say rest of the day, like I didn't get home at like, you know, like midnight or whatever. Yeah, I mean, we just like watched an episode of Daredevil, then went to bed. And today was Sunday was my first day off, like that I had like nothing to do, like literally since September. Like I'm not even joking. Like that's how busy I've been. So I may or may not have taken advantage of it. I didn't really do much. I did a couple of things that like I had to do, like to get ready for like the week or whatever. But other than that, just kind of vegged out. I didn't really do much. I just went to grab some food. I'm actually in the parking lot of HEB now. It's time. I kind of threw out all the food that was left because it had been there in my fridge, because it had been there for a while. And I'm sure some of it's like, if it hasn't gone bad yet, it's about to. So yeah, I'm getting food. It's probably going to be a lot of kind of like pre-prepped stuff, like because HEB actually sells stuff like that, like pre-made like meals or whatever. This week at least there'll probably be a whole bunch of that, just because, you know, I haven't had a chance to actually like figure out my life. Starting next week is when I'll like, you know, start buying real like food and cooking it myself. Let's go have fun. Let's go get some food. I also overdressed a little bit for tonight, if no other reason than, you know, it's been bordering on cold here in the Houston area for the past couple weeks, but then the temperature skyrocketed again. So if anything, even though it's October 28th, it feels like a warm summer night. Whatever, I don't care. Should have expected that again moving to Texas, so I'll earn a deal. So it turns out that late Sunday night actually isn't the best time to buy food, because there wasn't a whole lot up on the shelves. I think I'll have to go back sometime tomorrow, because it turns out that HEB actually stays open pretty late, so I'll just head there after, you know, my meeting tomorrow night. More on that in a second. So yeah, I grabbed what I could, like enough to like be able to like have something reasonably healthy to eat tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. But now, it's still open for another half hour. I have an idea for a Halloween costume, but it means I need some stuff from here. Shouldn't be much. I have like most of the pieces I need to pull it off already. So yeah, let's just go and do the thing, especially because some of the things
I need for the costume or things I need to buy anyway. So, I go. Alright, I'm back. It's a little while later. Target actually didn't have the things that I need. Well, let me rephrase. Um, the most specific thing I'm looking for this costume, and I also kind of need it for life, is a nice pair of like black dress shoes or whatever. Yeah, I actually lost mine. That's a whole other funny story in and of itself that maybe I'll share one day. So Target like has some, it's a very limited selection. I didn't like any of them, so whatever, we threw that out there. But yeah, I will try to head to like a shoe shop or something like sometime tomorrow, like to actually get that because, you know, I just kind of need that in general. Um, and there's one other thing that I knew was a long shot going, but I don't actually know where I can get said thing. But who knows, maybe I don't need it. I don't know. Whatever, we're gonna figure it out. Cool. And in the meantime, I've come home, watched a couple more episodes of Daredevil. It's starting to get really good. It's starting to get really, really good. So yeah, that's cool. And now I'm trying to like take a few seconds before I head out to bed to decide. I was given the objective to, you know, write some, either find some exercises or write some for the audition for our high school's indoor for an ensemble or whatever. It's really late and he wants us in the morning, so I'm trying to decide if I want to create something new or if I just want to like kind of stick to what's happening. Stay tuned. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have ideas for stuff to throw together if we decide we want to do that. I just want to take a peek, see if I like any of it, see if any of it's worth it. And yeah, go from there. I'll see you in a second. So I think I'm just going to go with what was already in the packet from before for the auditions at least. He only asked for like 3 specific types of exercises, and there are ones in like the Google Drive that we share like from past years that that'll fit the bill fine, especially because like obviously those 3 don't have to be like the full entire packet or whatever. So yeah, and honestly it's all very similar to what I would do anyway. So yeah, I think I'll use those just to save myself some energy because it is actually way later in the morning than I meant to stay up. So yeah, I'm gonna head to bed. I'm gonna try to get some sleep because tomorrow is going to be a bit of a busy day. All my private lessons once again are tomorrow. After that, the rest of the week's actually pretty easy, but just gotta get through tomorrow. No, really solid weekend. The band did a really good job at UIL, and I'm gonna miss this. Let me rephrase, because as you know, there was drama that happened earlier. I'm going to miss the kids who stayed. I'm going to miss the group that we ended up becoming once all the drama was gone. And yeah, I'm also gonna miss the show. It was a very good show. Like when they performed it well, it was really freaking awesome. Um, yeah, I was gonna miss it. I'm always gonna have a special place in my heart for it. It's my first year with these guys. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it, but they did well. They had awesome, and hopefully they know it. So, what more can you ask for? Cool. I'm going to head to bed now because it is actually, again, it is stupid late, like much later than I meant to stay up. So, cool. Let's keep getting after it. Until next time, okay, see ya.